Since half of December is already over, let's talk about the 2025 winter season of anime and the anime I would be looking forward to and will be watching. So, starting with, we have Solo Leveling Season 2. Solo Leveling, if you don't know what Solo Leveling is, you need to start listening to the main media more. Next show that I'll be watching is a Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days is basically a story about an old guy who was once an world's best assassin, but now he is retired. But he knows a lot of secrets of the organization, so the people are sending assassins to kill him, but he beats them every time. Next show I'll be looking at is a trashy isekai, possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. It is a show where the main character gets reincarnated as an alchemist in a world where he asks the goddess if he could live peacefully. But the thing is, goddess didn't tell him that he is going to be reincarnated 3 years earlier than when reincarnation process was done. So in his story, he befriends some people, he gets a pet spider, and he works as an alchemist in the city to improve his skills and become powerful to live a peaceful life. Next anime that I'll be looking forward to is The 100 Girlfriend Who Really Love You Season 2. If you have watched Season 1, that you know the basic premise. The main character Rentaro, he gets blessing from the god where he has 100 soulmates, but the catch is that each of his soulmates will die if they don't fall in love with him, so he loves them all equally. In manga it is very forward. The next anime I am looking forward to is a fantasy one. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out of time. Okay, so the main character is a guild receptionist who has S rank skill she got, and she is very powerful. But the thing is, adventurers keep coming late and they are complaining about the dungeon, so they are going again. That's why she is complaining that she cannot clock out at time. She has to stay there and work late because these adventurers. So she goes into the dungeons and beat the bosses herself so that she doesn't have to work as much. Next anime I will be looking forward to, even given the worthless appraisal class, I am actually the strongest. In this, our main characters get betrayed by his party members because he has appraisal skill and they wanted some sacrifice or something. But when he falls into the ditch, he lands at the root of world tree, Yggdrasil. So there are 9 world trees in this world, and he gets trained by the world tree's guardian, this girl, and world tree personifies as this person. So basically we go on an adventure where this guy who has appraisal skill becomes strongest after training at the bottom of the dungeon, kind of like Arfretta, and he helps world tree, but one of the world trees is the main villain because she was chopped down by the humans, so she resents them. The next anime I am looking forward to is Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. I haven't read this one's manga, but its official description is Kazuhiro Kitase's main hobby is sleeping. Ever since he was young, he would enter a world within his dreams and go on exciting adventures. As he grew older, he became acquainted with a female elf, and the two have now become united through a dragon's brand. As he wakes up one day, he notices a familiar figure sleeping next to him. The elf girl from his dreams joined Kazuhiro on his new adventure through Japan with the lovely Miss Elf. That's all I know, but the poster looks good and I think this is going to be a good anime to look forward to. So the next anime I'll be looking forward to is I Am a Behemoth, a S-class monster, but mistaken for a cat. I live as an elf girl's pet. It is your basic ecchi manga where the main character is something like a monster who is immature, like a baby. So the elf girl adopts him thinking he was just a cat, but he's a behemoth. You know this monster, Behemoth. Here he pretends to be a cat. He lives, and this is also a isekai manga, so the guy who is the cat, he was reincarnated as that behemoth monster. Next manga I am looking forward to is Headhunted to Another World, from salaryman to a big four. So as in many demon lord mangas, you have heard of Heavenly Four and Big Four. Those are the 4 generals of the Demon King who are very powerful. But in our case, the main character, he worked at a black company in Japan, where then he was summoned to this world by Demon Lord, where he was appointed a position as one of the big four by the Demon Lord. Here he has to work as the corporate guy who convinces and kind of like a mediator. The next anime I am looking forward to is the daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world. Just like campfire cooking in another world, this one is a bit different. In this, our main character is not campfire cooking, he is basic construction, a crafting guy. He can summon different tools from he can summon those big construction machines that dig holes, JCBs and stuff. So he uses them in his daily life as summoned beast in this magical world where they don't know what the hell is this steel machine or metal machine. The next anime I am looking forward to is Akuyaku Reijo Tensei Oji-san. This is a very funny anime. I have read the manga of it. I am looking forward to the anime. In this anime, the main character is an old guy, a 52-year-old government worker. His daughter used to play dating sim. In this dating sim, he was reincarnated as a villainess. While he is in coma in his world, he is living in this gaming world as the princess. He has the ability of elegance, something like elegancifying. Whatever he says, like in his old man ways, it becomes elegant. Like some of these manga panels where what he thinks is different, what he says is different. Like in this panel, he does a Japanese employee bow, but his counterpart, she does an elegant step down, something like the royals do in this world. Next anime I am looking forward to is Medaka Kuroiwa is impervious to my charms. In this, the main character is this boy and a girl. The girl has a very charming personality and she is very charismatic. But there is this boy who is impervious to her charm, means he doesn't seem impressed by her at all. So she tries to keep getting to him, but inside he also feels, but he cannot show it in front of his peers and this girl. Next anime I am looking forward to is I left my A rank party to help my former student reach the dungeon depths. It is an anime where I have yet to read its manga, but from the perspective it's just the kind of trashy show that I think I might like. Its description says, I cannot do this anymore. UK failed you. A red mage just left his adventure A rank party after being mistreated as a handyman and ridiculed for 5 years. He finally snapped and so began his desolate, unemployed life, or so he thought. Through a stroke of luck, Yoke is welcomed into an all-female adventurer party comprised of his former students. As they defeat dungeon one after another, UK's true strength is gradually revealed. As it turns out, this red mage wields extraordinary magic and skills. In its tag it says it's an action adventure fantasy. The next anime I would be looking forward to is the Red Ranger becomes an adventure in another world, because I quite like the isekai genre and I like the Power Rangers. So I read a bit of its manga. It is a very comedic show. In this show you can see that the mage is surprised that how are these explosions happening behind the ranger, how is he doing this, where did that magic come from, what is he doing. It's a very comedy filled manga. I would like to read this completely, but I am waiting for the anime. That's it from my side. If you are looking forward to any other anime in the next season, please let me know in the comments down below and subscribe to keep getting updates when I upload the videos.